You're watching the Batter Fans Network.
The Heralds are back. Beards talking balls, rapping pink and black. Coming live from the 305, it's official tissue. The Batter Fan, Chris and Dan, weekly rocking with you. We talk Messi, Boosie, Jordy, Lucho, the Fat Four, to Ben Cram, Noah, Ruiz, Fred. What more could you ask for? Tighten up and get ready, listen in on the pod. Solana and X in Espanol, just to even the odds. Breakdowns and gas bagging, join the tribe and just vibe. $3.99, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't hesitate, say what's up, go ahead and come in. No question about it, I'm ready to get hurt again.
No question about it, I am ready to get hurt again.
Welcome to another episode of the Battered Herons podcast. I am your host, Chris Duran, and alongside me is somebody coming shortly. You'll see who it is pretty soon. But guys, today was a really, really fun, awesome game. You guys are amazing in the chat room. I mean, the Sailor, our new number 9, Michael Donnelly, that is amazing. And yes, the Herons are back, Mr. Krabs. Much appreciated. Thank you guys for everybody hanging out in the chat. And yes, there's so much to talk about. Like Drake out. Now everybody's on the cello bandwagon. This is the one thing that really stood out to me. The Young Bloods were awesome. Shout out to you, Pablo. It was such a solid outing. And the wild thing is that this game was sort of the game that a lot of people thought we were going to have the most trouble with. And surprisingly, I mean, other than, I guess, the first, 10, 15 minutes, the first 10, 15 minutes was pretty troubling. Other than that, I think we got into a really good rhythm and things ended up panning out. This is the one. This is one of the biggest talking points right here, Lewis. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, and for those of you that are listening on audio, Lewis right here put up a comment saying, "Yeah, no way, we see Drake after that performance from Mustadi." Listen, I was just talking to Danny a little bit ago, and listen, the fact of the matter is that if Drake didn't play this game, he was going to be cooked. He was going to lose this job. And Alejandro is here saying, we kicked butt and took names. My name is Jeff. It says, should have bet $1 on Sailor Go. You should have. Probably would have been a really, really good. Oh, wait. Let me see. Thank you for that out. Let's see here. Let's see. I think my microphone is a little bit better. Thank you, Nick. Much appreciated. I think somebody else, Mr. Krabs, thank you guys for shouting that out, that my mic was messed up. Much appreciated. But yes, and look, we can't stop with the Rocco stuff yet, Amanda. I mean, we can technically because Ustadi is a little more seasoned. But at the same time, we can't stop because he also had a pretty good showing. He made some athletic plays. He's still good with his feet. It's pretty good so far. So, right here, this is good stuff, guys. Hopefully you guys were able to hear me in the beginning. And look at this. Tommy is he-he-heing us so we can have all that Rocco drama. Absolutely. Listen, I think the one place to have good drama is in the goalkeeper position. And I think that's I think it's a good problem to have when you have a lot of good goalkeepers. Listen, all around, I feel like we played a super solid game against the team that we were supposedly supposed to have a harder time with. So the team that we were supposed to have the harder time with, we actually ended up being better than. I was waiting to see who was going to jump on with me. I think Xavier's coming. He should be in shortly. But for the most part, I want to cover the 11 with you guys. Here's the starting 11, right? So here we have Tadeo Allende, who played the left wing. Suarez playing up top. It was a 4-3-3, at least from what Google put down here. And then you have Luis Suarez up top with Messi on the right wing. And then Redondo playing sort of left mid, Busquets playing like a center mid, David Ruiz playing right mid. This was nowhere what it looked like on TV. Noah Allen playing left back. Martinez finally, I believe, made his first appearance in the preseason, plays center left back. Ian Frey, center right back. And then Weigand playing the right back and Ustadi in between the sticks. So I don't know if you guys were happy with this starting lineup. As far as just looking at this, and just so the Galactic Prophets here commenting saying no, Jordy had a knock. He got injured, so that's why he didn't make the trip. Miami King saying here Lujan seems pretty good. We're gonna get into Lujan. I think it's a little too early to tell, but that's something that's good to look forward to. Now, this is another thing I want to bring up. Alejandro saying Redondo had a good game finally. Yes, he absolutely did have a good game. This was a super solid game, and that's aside from the goal, right? I mean, because people get the goal and they get like a high rating, but at the same time, aside from the goal, it just, it was a really, really good game out of him. Looking at this starting 11, I love that Allende got to start, and I love the fact that Redondo and Busquets sort of played like center mids here, and David Ruiz was playing in the right mid, but that was nowhere near of what it was, I guess, supposed to be. I think somebody just came in here with me. Hold on. Let me see who this is here. Let me take this thing out here.
What up?
There we go, Danny. The Herons are back.
The Herons are back, baby. Did you expect that 5-0 win?
I didn't expect 5-0. 5-0 I did not expect.
I apologize for the lighting. I wasn't expecting to get on here, but here I am. Lighting's a little off, but here we go.
Yeah, 5-0 I didn't expect that. 5-0 I didn't expect that. Not at all.
What have you guys covered? I got the flu. I got a 5-month-old with the flu. I got a 9-year-old with the flu. I got a 5-year-old that is probably just starting to get the flu. So we are a flu-infested house right now, but we're still rocking and rolling.
Yeah, I mean, look, it was fun, and the funny thing is my name is Jeff. Says first time Chris doesn't predict 5-0.
For sure. Did we cover Cello in already? Like, is that over? Is the Cello hate over? Oh, it hasn't been covered yet. I'm glad I'm here for that.
Yeah, no, we haven't covered that just yet. No, we haven't jumped into it. Just talked a little bit about the game generally, and then I brought up the starting 11.
And I apologize if you hear babies crying in the background. Just know that's what that is.
Yeah, Paul Veloz is out here saying we all got the flu. It's making its way down south for sure.
Yeah, it's killing us right now.
Yeah, everybody's happy about Cello, but apparently Scott Carey says Cello out. And then El Bigote, shout out for the super slam, El Bigote.
Oh no, hold on. A super slam deserves its appropriate thing. It just because I'm setting up. I'm sorry, Bigote. I'll give you the. Bang! 2 for the price of 1. Appreciate you, Bigote.
Much appreciated. 5 for 5, and that's gonna go to a $5 footlong. I don't even know if they're $5 footlongs anymore. And shout out to Alejandro, another one.
Oh,
5 for 5.
Okay.
Much appreciated. Yeah, this was a beautiful game. It was an amazing game all around.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and tell you that I was watching it as closely as I've watched games in the past for obvious reasons, but I did get to watch a lot of it, and because I didn't get to watch it closely, we do have somebody else jumping in here. There we go. Xavier to help us break it down. What's going on, X?
What's going on, gentlemen?
Here.
What's up?
Enjoying a happy 5-0. I mean, I felt like up until now in the preseason, we technically haven't lost, but today's the best we've looked by far. I guess before we get into the breakdowns topic by topic, Xavier, overall thoughts on today's game?
I like the fact that they started a bunch of different players. Frey and Martinez was going on. Martinez were in center back. They kept a clean sheet. Ustari's still playing good. And let me tell you, low key, I don't know if everybody's noticed whether Santi Morales played a hell of a game with a few minutes he was there.
He did.
He was very smooth. In one play, Fafa was going down the line and Morales showed, and Fafa held it and went back, and Morales was pissed, like if he was a veteran, not like a 17-year-old, asking for the ball because he was he was
absolutely.
like, motherfucker, give me that ball. Yeah. And I love that. He's going to be a baller. He's going to be a baller. I like the fact that finally Tyler Hall gets on the pitch. That my guy Sailor, and I tweeted that out. He rarely plays, but if you look back, he scores like often, dude. He scores headers. He finds things. Go back. He scored several goals. The few times that he's played. Oh, this guy lost his voice. The 5-0.
Yeah.
The 5-0 got.
Yeah, it was the 5-0 flu.
The 5-0.
But
I like the match. It was. I don't think they played amazing, which is even better for me because the team's just getting stronger defensively. They look more fit. There's so many more options, and there's people all over the place. So it was a good all around game for Miami. And now they're eating what is it? What they eat over there? Baleada. What is it that they eat?
Baleada.
So.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? I have no idea.
I think so. I don't remember. I think pupusas is in Salvador. It's a
pupusas I've heard of.
That's in Salvador.
That's in El Salvador. Okay. I'm not up on the Central American food, unfortunately.
Well, shout out to Luis Garcia Velasquez. Listen, that's a fucking phenomenal last name right there, Velasquez.
Look what this guy says. Is that Xavi on Daniel's shirt? Do I look like that?
No, but this is Cello's shirt's it's gonna be black and white, much like this with a little color. This is a Marlins shirt. For those of you that don't know, if you know, you know. I'll leave it at that. Shout out for you Marlins fans, batterfans.com. If you know, you know.
The coach, the old man, el viejito.
2003. Yep.
Yeah, viejito. That's my guy.
And guys, another shout out. Like, this is my favorite number, by the way. My favorite number is 20. Isaac Otero.
Jack McKeon, that's right.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to
Thank you, Isaac.
Much appreciated.
Says, I think we have hope. What do you guys think? Listen, this is the best game we've had again. All preseason.
Can I bring up one quick thing before we start getting into because I know we're gonna break down the game and everything, but I want to bring up one thing.
Yeah.
I still don't know about our defense. And I know that may sound crazy, but we're still playing that high line and we're still susceptible to the counterattack. And that still worries me a little bit. I don't know if it's been challenged as much yet. And I mean, maybe we don't have to worry too much. Maybe they're going to play that offside trap. But I am still worried about playing against a good offense when we're playing that high line and getting caught on the counter. I kind of want to see how that goes.
Danny, we got a couple things here. First of all, we're going to send a rejection letter to all of you guys because according to Rick A., shout out to the Super Slam here, says, sorry, the Cello fan club is not taking applications. You should have applied 3 weeks ago when it really started.
Shout out to Rick A.
What's up with Matty Ice?
It's just
so flow.
Real quick. Rick, because he was one of the biggest Cello haters. Rick A., do me a favor, Rick A. Send me a DM on Twitter. I'm gonna send you the Cello shirt for free. I'm gonna send you that Cello shirt. Go ahead. Don't worry, Xavier. I got you.
No, I'm not even gonna mention it. I'm already. I'm giving
I knew
up.
I knew where that was going when I saw his face.
I'm giving up.
And then Pace Hunter, shout out to Super Slam here. Says for winning the quintuple championships.
Every game we played in the preseason had a trophy at the end. Is that what it's been? We got a trophy when we beat America. Today there was a trophy. I know that. I don't know about the previous 2 games if there was a trophy.
Where do they keep those? Because those cannot go in the official, cabinets and business.
Why not?
Those
I want them right next.
They go where
right next to the Carolina Cup.
They go in Sanheli's office, like his secret office, wherever they have him at. They go there.
Coral Gables.
They go to the Gables.
I want them right next to the Carolina Cup.
And this is a big super duper schmooper blooper slam. Alejandro.
Shout out to
You're
Alejandro,
the freaking man with a plan, bro. Thank you
Absolutely.
so much, guys.
Do you think that that's Alejandro's like for real in that picture?
What am I missing?
So.
What am I missing? What's being bid here? I was a little late from celebrating.
Yeah, no, he looks like a babo here.
He looks like a papi that is living the life, just chilling up by the water. Alejandro,
Yeah,
man.
Alejandro.
Shout out to you.
Yes.
I want to be like you when I grow up.
Is that Campapi?
Yeah.
Hey, it looks better than Campapi.
And then we go to super slammed here. The Cello fan club is still taking applications. DM me. So he's giving you a runaround, guys. And then Crab Ball. Muchas gracias, Crab Ball. The new number 9.
Metió de nuevo.
To compete with Suarez.
Crack ball.
And thank you so much, Soccer Daddy. Much appreciated. All of this is appreciated, guys. Really.
Shout out to everybody. We much appreciate the love. And shout out to Vice City Lucas and Crackball. That's funny, man. Sailor, the new number 9. What the hell was he doing up there? Look, the last
he was up there.
25 minutes or so, I stopped watching the game because my daughter was.
Posito. I'm gonna have to see what he looks like.
We had to bring that fever back down, but I saw that he scored. I saw the replay. I was like, "What the hell was he doing back there? Was he playing in the midfield?"
Who's that?
Ryan Sailor. Well, we're gonna get into it. I'm sorry.
He was playing center back, but I'm telling you, he finds his way. I've seen him score goals, headers. I've seen him score a few goals.
But that's my worry, because if Maturano's giving the center backs that much freedom, we're gonna get caught on the count on you. That's what worries.
Interesting. Let's keep it interesting.
Keep it interesting. Okay, we'll see how the fans react to keep it interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
And just one more before we get to the starting 11. Shout out to Alejandro. This is for saying I look like Campana, the $4.99.
I said you look better than Campana.
So I put up the starting 11, Danny. Did you see it? I'm going to put it up again. What did you guys think of this starting 11?
I figured Ruiz would start because it was in Honduras. That was just
that was a given. That was a given.
Yeah, I kind of figured that they would do that for him. I don't know if he would have started otherwise. Redondo Busquets, no surprise there. Allende, I expect to be a starter, unless Segovia is taking his spot. Yeah, I mean, I guess the center backs were a little surprising. But did you know that Aviles wasn't going to play?
No, I did not. And not even be on the bench.
On the bench. So that was surprising. But I'm glad that we got to see Ian Frey play at center back, even though I thought he looked a little rusty today at center back.
Yes.
And David Martinez slotting in there because Noah Allen was at left back. Now I'm curious, if Jordi Alba's there, does Noah Allen get to start or David Martinez? Xavier, what do you think?
Oh, Martinez. I think he has more respect from these guys, because obviously Tata played Allen a lot, but Martinez would be the starter over him. Yeah. Allen would play when Martinez wasn't there or when he got hurt. So definitely, I think Martinez will start, and they got to work him into his spot. Allen is the Swiss knife, right? He plays there. They can use him in different positions. And today he did the Jordi Alba role. He went up and scored.
Absolutely.
Was that on the bets on the draft? All these betting websites, whatever. Did anybody have Noah Allen scoring today? If they did, what did they win? How much did they win?
Well, no, I don't think anybody had that on their bingo card. But no, I remember that when they played against Club America, Noah Allen started and David Martinez came in as his replacement.
Yeah, but David's coming back. But David's coming back from injury.
Yeah, but and then Miami Kings saying Falcon, Toto, Lujan, and Alba, the 4 starters.
Falcon,
on Chelo's name.
Lujan, and who was the last person? And
Alba. He's saying that Chelo's going to get benched for Lujan. Look, unfortunately, like I said, I didn't pay too much close attention to the last 25 minutes or so because I had to deal with my daughter. But I didn't really get to see him play, so you guys would have to fill me in. But Chris, like I said, I know you do your rundown. Don't want to step all over that, so go for it, my man.
Well, I mean, talking about the game, right? Like, what did you guys think of the first 15 minutes? Because the first 15 minutes, to me, it seemed a little clunky. It didn't. Yeah, it didn't seem like there was. Look, they were pretty even, and I do believe that what ended up happening to me, Messi found spots. Like they were able to create through the middle, but it just felt a little clunky. Like the finish, they had some opportunities, but it just wasn't connecting well. At least that was to me in the 15 minutes. What'd you think, Xavier?
The preseason match, they started out,
feeling it out.
They're just feeling their way out, and then they started getting very comfortable and confident. They saw that they could exploit these guys, and then these guys folded after
the first goal.
I think it got to them. They saw Messi, and there was. I think this is the game where they gave him the most love on the pitch. Meaning that that they were kind of like in awe of him. And
yes, I felt like everybody was in awe of him. Like even before the game, like the referees are standing there like.
Well, speaking of before the game, I'm sorry if you already touched on this.
What's that?
But were any of you two worried about the game not being played because of the earthquake and then tsunami?
Yeah, I saw that, man. And there was a warning. There's still a warning. There's still a warning for that. It's crazy. Imagine if God forbid some crazy shit would have happened over there, where the team's wiped out under a 30-foot wave.
No,
by Messi, by everybody.
No, don't even want to play like that. But
no,
I saw that and I was like, oh man, this game might not even getting played. Okay, yeah, so I'm sorry. The first 15 minutes, like you said, they were feeling their way out. I don't know if Inter Miami, Messi and company, in the back of their minds, if they were thinking these guys better not treat us the way they did last week, San Miguelito, the way they were.
Panama.
Yeah.
They were whacking.
They were turning it into a little physical instead of a friendly.
Nature.
They saw
that's their nature. That's their nature.
Exactly.
So maybe big, strong guys, and they play like that. So that's.
I don't know if they were feeling it out, and when they realized it was these guys are actually taking it like a friendly, then they kind of grew into the game, and then they're like, okay, we can play. I don't know if that's what it was, but I do feel like it was, like Chris said, it was a little clunky. But once they felt it, they saw the spaces in behind. They started running into those spaces. Messi did his thing. The first goal started with Ustari, which we can get into that because I know you're about to mention that next. Because
we will.
If I'm not mistaken, it was linked from Ustari, and then from there, Cello is the one that had the hockey assist.
The through
got
pass,
it to Suarez. It was a beautiful through pass.
And Messi scored one goal before that, but they called it offside.
Yes.
So you can't look, Mira, after that pass from Cello today, and after the picture of him squaring up with like the whole Panamanian team with San Miguelito, he's gonna start, dude. He's gonna start.
Yeah.
And that's it. If anything happens, he's there. If his bodyguard, gets sideswiped again, like he did in the game, Cello's gonna come flying and kick whoever's in the way. Yeah, for sure. So he's starting. Messi's gonna say, "Pomelo." He started.
What's funny is towards the end of the game, I saw that Busquets was sitting with Messi, Suarez, and then the fourth one that took Alba's seat was Cello.
Yes.
He got street cred with his pose.
That's it. He got the seat.
Messi signed the picture and everything. He's hanging. He has it in his locker room already.
I'd have it hung up in my life. Yeah, I would.
and shout out to Mike V. Shout out to you for pointing it out. Happy birthday to David Ruiz today. Happy born day, bro.
Yeah. The Honduran Federation put out a tweet, congratulating him.
Very cool. That's cool to play.
Great to play on his birthday. Who would have ever imagined that, right? Oh, sorry, that's my Rottweiler.
Well, the first goal goes down, and Lionel Messi scores the first goal off of a Luis Suarez nice assist. That was just the start of the dominoes falling for Olimpia immediately. No, Danny?
Absolutely. Look, when that first goal got called offside, I felt like that's when they started to crumble. But much like you said, after that second one, I got the curtain call to come off. Were you disappointed that he got called off like at the 34th minute? I should have given him the first half.
Just a little.
Was the curtain call?
Just a little worried that he was
injured or something.
Like but he didn't look like he was injured.
No, I thought that was a little. That's when you could tell that they did it just because it was in Honduras. But very cool that he got to start. Shout out to B King.
Then he played well.
Yeah.
He played well. He gave a good game.
Well, that goal came. You see, they're killing your dog now. They're killing your dog.
He's like 6 inches. It's funny because he's a Yorkie. It's a Yorkie Chihuahua mix because his grandfather, not the dad and the mom are Yorkies, but his grandpa was a Chihuahua, so he came out like a Yorkie, and all the other ones are Yorkies. Like all the other brothers and sisters are Yorkies. It's hilarious. And his name is Bolt, by the way. I have two of them. Yeah. Bolt. B-O-T. Like the cartoon.
Bolt. Oh, my dog's name is Jeter. So
Derek Jeter.
Yeah, well, just Jeter. Yeah. But yeah, I went the baseball route.
No.
Mo Farul is saying I am upset if he would have been Ruiz, he would have been upset.
Well, if it was on his birthday, I mean,
he can't be upset. He can't be upset. This is a full game.
I'm pretty sure Santi Morales got more minutes than him.
I think he did. Because Santi Morales, I think he came on the 60-something minute.
If David Ruiz doesn't start, he probably plays more minutes because they would have subbed him in like the 60-something minute, and then he would have ended up playing 30. Well, maybe the same amount of minutes, maybe, but.
Well, he played 27 minutes. I mean, I'm sorry, 38 minutes. That's when he got off. And then after that, you got Cello who got a yellow card, but then to finish off, well, we got 2 goals that finished off the first half. The next goal that we had was Redondo, which was beautiful because he's the one that was defending it enough to get the steal, pass it to Messi, and then Messi returned the favor to him where he just had the perfect just tap right in.
Upper 90s,
blasted, by the way. Yeah, upper 90s for no reason. Like it was just too much.
I do think Redondo's had a rough start to the preseason.
Yeah, he's rusty. He looks rusty still. He still looks rusty.
He does, but he's gonna come around. I have no doubt. And I was saying it on the Discord.
He has all that quality.
I was saying it in the Discord. I'm dying on the hill. Drake. I'm not Drake. I'm sorry. Chelo, Toto, and Redondo.
Yeah.
I mean,
Chelo,
Toto, and Redondo.
So you're going to Argentine. You're going Argentine, big time.
But I think all 3 of those will have big years. If they tell me that Ian Frey's going to start over Chelo, that's fine. But if it's not Ian Frey, I'm sorry, Chelo's the guy.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to give it to Ian Frey.
We haven't seen much of Lujan either. It's a long season, guys.
It is. And Lujan's going to get his time. Everybody's
they're all going to play. There's going to be injuries. They're all going to play.
Absolutely.
What's up with this Pollo Loco and all that stuff? Like I look like I sell chickens or something.
Oh, you look like the guy from Breaking Bad.
Is it? I don't know. I never.
Is that what they're talking about?
Oh yeah, you do. Yes,
Pollo
you do look like him. Yes,
like that. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Like him.
I'm gonna have to check it out to see.
Wow, absolutely.
Does the guy have a Yorkie?
No, that he's a badass.
Pollos Locos. We've had 2 people that look like they've been on TV.
If I Google it, Pollos Locos, Breaking Bad, the guy will pop up.
Yeah.
You should, yes.
Is he like a big guy on the show, or is he just like a minor character?
He's a big guy, but he comes on late. But later on in the show, like you'd have to watch a couple seasons to find.
He grows on you.
No, he doesn't show up in the first season or 2.
He doesn't grow on you. He gets thrown on you in the show.
Yeah, but he's Esposito. There we go.
Giancarlo Esposito. I got to look at that too.
Gustavo Fring, I think that's his name.
All right,
but
go ahead, Chris.
But yeah, we got the Redondo goal, which was again amazing because he was the reason for the steal, the starter of the play, and the finisher of the play. Then we finished halftime in extra time. Shout out to Noah Allen, gets a goal off of a Lionel Messi assist. A defender that gets a goal. And in the beginning, it's weird because I was thinking to myself, man, people are going to drill Noah Allen because the game isn't moving because the game wasn't moving as smoothly like if Jordy was on the field, right?
You can't expect him to do what Jordy Alba does, though.
But I feel like people would have been a little harsh on him.
I think so.
I feel like that would have been the case. But luckily, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think he's played well enough where people will give him the benefit of the doubt. Like you're filling in one of the greatest shoes, like
He's turned that around. Like early on, everybody used to beat up on him. He was like a meme, and they're always and then he's earned his respect through good games. Through the last couple of seasons, he's grown as a player. He's shown that. And then how many people can say that they finished an assist from Messi? They scored in an international game for an assist from Messi. Yeah, he's gonna have that all his life. Yeah, and he's like I said, he's a Swiss Army knife for this team. Tata had him in high regard. And I think Mascherano is it's looking at him as a valuable player also.
Well, I know that I'm happy to see that Noah Allen scored, because to me, he is he's a good threat offensively. I love the fact that he pushes up the pace. I love the fact that he can recover decently. And I love the fact that he scored this game. We end the half at 3-0. At that point, you guys are thinking, yeah.
I got to give a shout out to Paul. Battered Heron, sorry for coming on late, 4:28 in Nigeria. Paul, shout out to you for joining us live. Absolutely. Yes. Much appreciated. If you catch us after the live and it's pre-recorded, all good, all the same. But we appreciate the love, man. Shout out to Paul, 4:28 in the morning and joining us live. That's awesome.
That's amazing, man.
Much love to you, Paul. I'm sorry, Chris. Go ahead.
Man. Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot of people here that are happy for Noah. Shout out to Noah. Flowers for Noah. Noah's my favorite hometown kid. One word, one goal. That's
absolutely. Awesome. I love Noah. We were on a show last year before the season started, and they told me player to look out for. I said Noah Allen. We did the same show this week. They reminded me that I had said that. I was wearing the Noah Allen shirt when I said, I'm a big Noah Allen stan, and I love that he's doing well. But let me bring it down a notch real quick. I know we're going to talk about Sailor later. Redondo, which is in charge of covering for Busquets in that double pivot, and Noah Allen. Those are the three of the guys that scored today. Those three guys hold defensive responsibilities. Those three guys scored. I understand that we're expecting other people to cover when they push up. But I'm telling you, that will be a problem eventually. For those three players that hold these three important defensive responsibilities to be scoring, somebody's leaving space behind. And I'm hoping that Mascherano's working his craft. And hey, when this guy pushes up, you got to cover this space. And hopefully they can keep that structure and that all works well. But I'm telling you, when those things happen, those are the things I think about. Because for Noah Allen to score, Ryan Sailor to score, and Redondo, who is supposed to be covering Busquets, so that Busquets has the freedom to create. When those three are scoring, it's great. But at the same time, it gives me a little cause for concern.
It's going to be tough, because if you don't have those people covering those spaces, we're going to be exposed.
Yeah. The reason there's a double pivot, because you want to give Busquets a little freedom. And if you're leaving Busquets back there and Redondo's pushing up, well, I don't know if Busquets has the pace to cover back, to track back. So, and again, we just won 5-0, so I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. You're being a Debbie Downer. I'm sorry, but I got to tell you the couple of things that caused me a little concern. That's all.
But they had them into their half, and then I think that's why they had more freedom to go up. I mean, and if you see the goal where Allen scores, you see the play where the ball gets to Messi, and he does this little turn like on a dime like that. There was an angle, I don't know which where I saw it on Twitter. There's an angle where you see Noah's back there, and he makes a beeline move, finds himself.
Oh yeah, he hauls ass
and gets it in. So it's not like he's just lingering up there or anything like that. I think they're making the runs and timing it at the perfect moment. With Redondo, it's the same thing. You see, he turns. The goat turns, and he just goes here. But you see Redondo coming from the back to fill that space. It's not like he's just chilling up there like that and give it to me. No, he makes the run up. So and to your credit, what you say, Mascherano is a defensive guy. So he's not gonna have none of these guys just like, hey, absolutely, if you make that run,
exactly,
they're
right. And everybody has to be aware of their surroundings. Yeah. And if you saw, look, I'm hoping that's it. I'm just pointing that out. I'm just pointing that one observation out. I hope that, look, again, we won 5-0. So, but one thing that does,
we won the trophy.
And one thing that does benefit us is that it seems like Ustari has no problem of coming out the box and being the sweeper, right? Because that goal, that was a long ball over the top that could have been dangerous. when everybody was up, because everybody was up. The reason he came out of the box is because everybody was on the other side of the pitch.
Yes.
I don't know if Drake comes out of the box. Ustadi does. So having that sweeper keeper does help a little bit with what I was just saying. So again, I will bring up the whole Ustadi thing, and that does help. But again, against a good offensive team, that does give me a little bit of concern. Again, I'm going to stop talking about it. I just planting that seed there. That's all. I just want to plant that seed.
Don't you manifest that on this team.
No. You take that
back right now.
Look, people say on this show that we don't talk enough tactics and stuff, and I'm just putting a little observation out there. That's it. We do more than just gas bag here.
No, we're for the people, man. We do a little bit of everything.
We do a little bit of, listen, that's what everybody likes, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And talking a little bit about a little bit of everything, Isaac, shout out to you with the $10 Super Slam. Says Alfonso, guys, what do you guys think? This is going to be a subject that we're talking about very simply.
Do I have to get my Zelle? Do I have to get my Zelle or something? Are we getting cash? What's going on here?
You getting your shirt, Xavier? You getting your shirt?
Yeah, I'm not. You know what? I think Ron Saylor will score another goal before I get my shirt, dude. If the fans here, look, fans, I'm not. Usually we don't air dirty laundry on the show, but I've been, I don't know, like in 600 episodes already. I'm still waiting for a free shirt that I was offered. I've been told it was in the mail, USP, and now it's probably Trump's fault. Look, I don't get it. I don't know.
I sent yours at the same time I sent Solana's, and Solana's arrived. I don't know why you're sitting. Don't worry, you're gonna get it. I promise.
Listen, right. It's in the mail with the letter that I have sent for the Diego Gomez apology. Yeah, the Diego Gomez apology letter. I think Alfonso's saying that we shouldn't do.
Oh, I'm so sorry. No, go ahead. Do the Alfonso before we talk about that comment.
I was just going to say about Alfonso that I think he's going to be a guy that we're going to talk very similarly, like how we're speaking about Santi Morales, where he is creative and he's willing to do whatever it takes and play. I mean, look, Santi Morales is cooking on the ball. You know, Leo Alfonso, Leo Alfonso, he's got no shame. He's willing to go at people. So, like, those two guys are perfect in terms of, like, that sort of discussion.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Miami right there, that Miami swag.
Oh, no, just real quick, I want to bring up that Eden said that the last time we did watch-alongs, we lost both games. So I guess he's suggesting we don't do a watch-along for that first game.
No, he's suggesting you don't do a watch-along. He didn't say that about crazy. He's talking about
you are absolutely right, because I was the only one that was a part of that that Atlanta loss. Even though Chris was technically part of that Monterrey one, but then he had like pink eye with like a sore throat and a toothache.
Yes.
And he I wasn't really supposed to be part of it. I jumped in because you like randomly
because I was dying.
You
left Solana by himself. Yeah.
Damn, thank God I wasn't in any of those things. They can't say that. I'm just pollo hermanos. That's it.
You are pollos hermanos.
Go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
So we end the half.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right. So we end the half and it's 3-0. I'm assuming you guys feel comfy at this point. I mean, it's a preseason game. So like whatever.
The goal, 1 goal, 2 assists by the half.
And a jersey exchange. I thought
he gave away like 5. Yeah. He gave away like 5 jerseys and signed like 100 things. You know, I saw at the end of the game. You see the bodyguard. What is it? Checo, whatever. I forgot his name.
Yeah,
he's there. It's like there's like 100 people surrounding him, and he's like he wants because Messi's like, yeah, come on.
Yeah. Well, we end the half. We come back. And apparently there's like 4,700 substitutes for Olimpia.
Yeah.
And almost half their team, if not more than half their team, gets off the pitch. We got a couple yellow cards, and then Luis Suarez in the 54th minute ends up scoring a goal off of an assist by Ben Krem, which that was, if I'm not mistaken, the low cross assist by Benjamin Kramaki.
High IQ play right there by Ben
Super great pass. Very good pass.
All the haters.
Yes. Look, listen, the thing about Ben Krem is that the one thing I could tell you for me is that his touch is awful. His touch is awful. Other than that, he's a great player.
No, he's the type of guy that he doesn't look like he's flowing super smooth, but he gets the job done, and he does a pretty good job. He must be doing something right, you know. He must be doing something right.
He had that one dribble down the right side where he could have crossed it to Suarez, and he took the shot instead, hit off the outside post. And Suarez, looked upset, but Messi smiled. I think Messi liked. Look, if you don't shoot, you don't score. Go for it. I respect it.
Well, that was a good play as far as Ben Krem. He finally gets onto the board with an actual assist. And then we have a ton of other substitutes. We have Redondo coming out for Lujan. First time we get to see him. We got Fafa coming in for Frey. We got Yannick Bright coming in for Allen. And so at that point, we're at 62 minutes of the game. And then 63rd minute, we get Santi Morales in for Messi, Taylor in for Suarez. We got Sailor in for David Martinez at the 71st minute. And then later on, we have other substitutions. Busquets out, Gressel in. Rocco in. Ustari out, which I can't wait to talk about the goalie position later. And then Tyler Hall comes in, which is a player you've been wanting to see, Xavier. And then he comes in for Marcelo Weigand. And then Tadeo Allende comes out, and Leo Alfonso comes in. So a lot of substitutions. Basically, we've recycled the whole team, fresh players on the pitch, and it's the most active and younger players on the pitch. Like, that's fantastic to be able to get.
It's gonna be the players that play next week.
Yes, the same players.
The guys on the team that everybody else on all the other teams in the league, they always talk crap. Oh, Inter Miami is a bunch of old guys. And then you look at the roster, you have like 20 academy guys, and then you have a bunch of 22, 21, like a bunch of young guys on the team. Inter Miami has also built, they brought in, the goal, they brought in these guys, but the structure around them is pretty young. I mean, okay, Fafa is not a kid, they brought him in too. But overall, you got a lot of young kids on this team, and they're going to get a lot of playing time, just like they did last season.
Well, I'll tell you this much. I know that those guys are going to get a lot of playing time, and they need it. We need to be able to see it, because this comment that I just pulled up right here by Amanda, Fafa disappeared tonight. This is a scary comment to me, because when we brought him in, he was like heightened in terms of expectation, heightened in terms of hype. And if he disappeared tonight, and really he disappeared since the second game. The first game, he's only in front of everyone's eyes because of the nutmeg. Other than that, I mean, am I wrong here?
It's preseason. He scored 10 goals last season. There was 34 games, right? So he scores a goal every 3 games. That's what he's at right now.
I'm not saying he's disappearing.
I wouldn't worry about a vet like that. And I think he knows, once the season starts, he's playing his game. He's in shape. He's doing his thing. I didn't see anything
else. Starter. Like he knows that.
Chris always hating on Fafa. No.
Well, I'm not hating on Fafa, Tomas. I'm just saying that look, man, I'm just telling you guys, it's the expectations and this hype.
How many minutes did he play too? How many? What time did he come in at? What point? Because he came in kind of late.
So Fafa came in at the 61st. He came in at the 61st minute. He played 29 plus minutes.
About 30 minutes. Okay.
Okay. Well, I will tell you,
it's a decent amount.
I will tell you that I would probably be more worried about what I saw out of Robert Taylor than Fafa.
Yeah, well, I mean, Justin is bringing that up right now.
Oh, there you go. Because I think that Taylor. If we're talking about,
they need to move him already. They need to move him already.
Look, and not because I don't want to see Robert. I would.
No, he needs to get a chance to play. He's a really good player, but here he's always behind everybody all the time.
We've seen him,
and I think he's like accepting it. Like, I'm getting tired of him being okay with this. I don't know if he's okay with it. But it seems like he's like, I'm just going to wait for my turn, and I'm here already whenever you need me. Like, I don't know, man. I kind of don't like that, because he's been going through that for a long period of time.
Yeah, we've seen how good he is, and he was playing, and then he lost his playing time. Fafa, on the other hand, I think came into this knowing his
Yeah, I mean, he knows his role. I think he knows the contribution he can make, Danny, and I think that he knows what his role is going to be. I think that his expectation of playing was lessened because he knew that we were going to be getting people like Allende, there's other players that are coming into the team that are probably going to occupy that space. But my whole deal is like Taylor, you could tell that he wanted to score so bad this game. I think he'd had like 3 attempts on goal, if I'm not mistaken, during this game.
Look, like I said, I didn't watch a lot of the last 25 minutes, so I couldn't minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look right here. Luis Garcia saying Taylor showed what happens when you get less and less playing time. He looked rusty. Absolutely. Absolutely, he looked rusty. And nobody forgot, Mr. Krabs. We know that Fafa scored a goal on us. And other than talking about Taylor, rest in peace, we need to talk about other players, rest in peace. A lot of you guys were talking about Lujan. And Lujan, we just haven't seen enough of him. I don't know if there's anybody that stood out to you, good or bad, Xavier, but Lujan, to me, we didn't see enough. And Tyler Hall is hauling ass. He's got fucking skates on him.
They put him at left back. They put him at left back, and he's traditionally.
Cello was playing left back also today.
Cello was playing left back.
Lujan was playing right back. Mascherano's moving everything. He's testing.
He's cooking.
He's doing a bunch of stuff. It's great. But like we were saying, Hall, I like the fact that's what I like in center backs is that speed gives you the ability. If there's a mistake, you can cover it. Even if you make a mistake, you're right back on it. And that's the big difference right now from this season so far to last season. The speed ratio is the team's much faster in the center back position right now. So we'll see how that plays out for the year. And that helps out in what our guy here is always scared about them getting caught, off guard. It gives them, gives them an opportunity to tread back.
Well, I love knowing that we have center backs and possibly players like Noah Allen and Tyler Hall who can maybe defend themselves on the wing back position, that they are on skates. Like Tyler Hall, first time he had the ball, like he's just shooting up the left line. And I'm like, woof. This guy is hauling ass. So he's looking good. And listen, Alejandro, I'm going to tell you right now, this game is where I kind of looked at Mascherano a little differently. I looked at him a little differently. I'm like, oof. Okay, jefecito. Okay. Keep throwing that adobo into the mix. This was the first time I ever looked at him in this way. No, Danny, today was just like whatever day.
He's going on you.
No, not yet. Yeah. I have to wait until, I don't know, beginning of April after we play the first 2 teams in the Champions Cup, a couple, I don't know, 4 or 5 MLS regular season games, 6. Like, I don't know. This is still preseason. I get it. We look better than we did last preseason, but I still want to wait. I don't know.
I mean, are you guys ready to have this conversation right here? Paul from Nigeria is saying, not going to lie, I think Drake over Ustadi, not fully confident with Ustadi goalkeeping. Drake handles pressure than Ustadi watching Ustadi moves.
I told Chris earlier this week, not on the show. We were just talking, and I think on the phone. And then I told him, I said,
that's my guy.
If Drake doesn't play this Saturday, what's today, Saturday?
Yeah.
He can't start. That's it. Because then you would just give him one preseason start before the first Champions Cup game. He had to play today and play well if he was going to be the starter. After today, not playing, I felt like just him not playing lost him the starting job.
Yeah, I agree.
On top of not playing, Ustadi looking as good as he has the first couple games and as good as he's done today, he 100% lost the job. This is Ustadi's job now. Drake had to play today and play well. The fact that he didn't play and the fact that Ustadi looks so good, Drake lost his job. Whether fair or unfair, he absolutely lost his job, and this is Ustadi's job now. And you know what? I mean, he was tested a little more today than he has been the rest of the preseason. But like the way he came out of the box, how confident he looks when he receives the ball, those are all positives.
He's more commanding.
So hopefully he can block shots almost as good as Drake did, if not as good, and we know he can do it with his feet. So I'm comfortable with Ustadi back there.
I mean, Xavier, I don't know how you feel, but there's tons of slander out here for Drake. Like, it's getting bad. It's unsupportable.
But this is the thing.
You read what I wrote, right? You read what I tweeted out, which was that you know how Drake won that job. Drake was the backup.
He beat up
Marsman. He beat him up. I didn't know that.
No.
He beat him.
Oh, I thought you said he beat him up. I'm joking. Marsman was injured. Drake got his chance. He looked good. He kept playing, and he won the job. What's happening now? Drake is injured. Ustadi comes in. He's looking good. He's gonna start the season, just like Danny's saying. Now, will he be able to withhold? Will he last the season? Can he keep the job like Drake did? I don't know. Yeah. But I'm pretty confident that he is going to start, and he's looked commanding. He's looked under control. He's calm. He's giving the defensive presence. There's clean sheets happening. The defense looks more under control. So there's a lot of things in his favor, and he's a veteran. What did Rico Suave right there?
He goes, I love Drake, but now I'm confused. It's true though, man. It's a very tough situation to be in.
I'm not confused. Drake hasn't played in the preseason. You can't put him in.
Drake's still my guy.
Champions Cup game. Yeah, absolutely.
Drake's still my guy, especially Afro Drake. I think that was the first version of Drake, Afro Drake. But giving this is a professional team, right? You have to manage this. He wants the best opportunity to win matches and to win trophies and to keep his job. Right now, you have to go Ustadi. You have to go with him.
Absolutely.
Because he's giving you everything, and Drake is injured. You can't just, even at goalkeeper, you just don't come in after being injured and you're 100% like you were. No, you have to work your way kind of back into it. So I think it's going to be an ongoing battle the whole season, and it's going to be an interesting one. And it's going to be great because it's going to give us two high-quality, high-caliber keepers, which you need. Okay, which you need. So it's a great situation to be in, and I want to see how that plays out. But this is not just the only thing, the only competition that's going to be tight the whole season, because we've talked about it. Redondo and Bright. Bright is not going to go away. Bright's not going to go away. And if Redondo doesn't lift it, if Redondo doesn't pick up the level where he was expected to be, a top prospect going to Europe, he could lose his job. If Jefecito's going to be, Jefecito, let's see what happens there.
Mm-hmm. Well, the only goal that I have left to talk about is the last goal with Sailor, where he puts it in off of I guess I don't want to say assist. It was off of a shot attempt for Alfonso. So
I think he kind of crossed it. I think he tried to cross.
But it wasn't even like it deflected off of Sailor.
What are you talking about? He put his left foot in front of the defender. Why you guys there's no pollos for you, man.
I have no hate towards Sailor, but it bounced off his knee. That wasn't.
You're telling me this guy?
Maybe you saw a better angle.
He went to the spot. He went to the ball.
He was well positioned,
and he put his left foot in. Ryan Sailor's.
He was well positioned for a 9, I guess. I don't know what the hell he's doing up there as a center back.
He's a double 9.
And I'm telling you, that bounced off of his knee. That bounced off of his knee.
One knee, he put his left leg out, buddy. He put his left leg out.
Look, he went to defend, and it ricocheted into the back of the net. I'm telling you, that wasn't on purpose.
Ruita, that's a low blow for Ryan. Give that guy his glory, man. I want to see the replay. I'm gonna check it out again.
I'm telling you,
but from what I remember, from what I'm seeing in my head, I see him going in, left foot, boom, ball's in. He fights for it. It wasn't like a beautiful thing, but he went and looked for it. He went for it. That he meant to do that. Sailor's greater than Suarez. Between
striker Sailor.
You need a Rocco Sailor shirt.
It's feeling a lot like 2024 with all the Suarez slander.
I love it. So he can score like 28 this year.
Do people really think that he's gonna fall off? Like, come on, man. And he showed it today. He got one right. He megged the goalkeeper. Now let me tell you something. Suarez does look a little pudgier. He looks like he had a good winter break. That I will tell you. He does not look as fit as he did last season before the season
started. When he first started, he looked like super fit.
So I will tell you that. But Chris and I have been saying that what's the Fortitude kit does fit snugger.
A little snugger.
So that has a lot to do with it also. That's why it's called the 42 challenge. I'm telling you, it's a tight fit.
He has a body. He has a different body. He doesn't have that physique, that athletic
The soccer
super
physique. Yes.
that the North Americans. He has his physique. He has a Danny Solana type physique, right?
Says Steve Munoz says Suarez ate a whole lechon for Christmas.
Oh,
I was there. I was at that party.
The Cajachina.
So that was the end of the game, guys. We win 5-0 handedly. Okay.
Pardon the pun. Handily, yeah.
Yeah, handedly. Oh, that was a good one. Yes.
I didn't know.
But other than that, Mr. Kraft, skinny Chris. I never looked weird when I was skinny.
Yes, he did, and it happened a couple years ago.
He did.
He dropped like 100 pounds out of nowhere. He looked so weird.
Can we have a picture of that? I would love to see that. I can't even imagine. That's like seeing Santa Claus, like skinny Santa Claus.
I want you to redo it. You have to do it again.
I know, Daddy.
I don't want you to lose 100 pounds, bro. Ozempic.
What?
No, there wasn't
I
Ozempic back then.
100 pounds.
No, it
wasn't. Were you in the Ozempic trials like at the beginning?
No, it was hard work. Shout out to Chris because that was very hard work. It took him a year,
but he gained them back. He gained 100 pounds back.
Yeah, I gained. Well, not 100, but I'm close. I'm too close to that. I'm too close. Yeah. Not 100, thankfully, not yet. So 5 goals, guys. We end up winning handedly, and we got a couple of things to talk about here. I mean, we got awards to give away. Que pena awards, man of the match, other than Messi awards.
And wait, and Messi looks really good so far.
I've been saying it, man.
Messi and he looks so good so often. We get so used to it that a lot of times, and I know people say that we don't talk enough about Messi. I feel like we do, but I do think that sometimes we kind of gloss over it because it's just
we're used to the greatness.
Yeah, we're just so used to it. But he is looking so good. He is going to tear it up this season. The way he's looking in the preseason, could you imagine? Like when the season starts, if he gets to play without having to go on any international duty or anything, he's gonna tear up the record book.
75 goals.
He's gonna destroy all those records. He's looking so good. I'm really excited to watch.
We just need him not to get injured. Not to get injured. And if it's an injury, it's like a 1 or 2 game, relaxed injury, not that 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 game injury.
But I just wanted to make sure I put that out there real quick because
really people say that like we don't talk enough about Messi.
Yeah, people say that, whatever. But I do think today he's ready.
Today, no,
he's ready.
He's ready.
He was born ready.
And not only is he ready, he's copying the new haircut. He's walking around with his little designer bag. He's looking he's looking Miami Vice. Like he's starting to be Miami. He's starting to feel like he's Miami. He feels more like he's ours.
Well, man of the match, Xavier. I'll start with you. Who would you give man of the match award?
Not named Messi. Okay. Not named Messi. Man of the match. All right. Who do we have? We had in the back. We had Cello do his thing, and everybody hates him. Ian was all right.
Well, I'll put up the starting lineup. Let's
I'll start real quick because I got to step away for like a minute.
Go drop
I'm gonna give it to Ustari. Mine is Ustari.
Yeah,
I thought Ustari looked great today.
Yeah, you thought that one. He thought that one well. That is that would be the logical choice after that. Then we have Redondo who scored his goal. We have Noah who scored his goal. We have Ryan. Allende moved around, showed a couple little things, nothing out of this world. Our guy Suarez.
I'll tell you who I would go with.
Who?
I'm gonna go with Redondo. Redondo's gonna get my man of the match, other than Messi.
Round mound. Why?
The reason I would give it to him is no, it's not because of the goal. It's because his defensive output was a lot better. He played better defense, which is something that
more fit today, right? He looked like he's getting his fitness back.
Yes, and not only that, but he looked a little bit more well-rounded, right? I mean, we always talk about how Redondo seems to be better on the offensive side. Bright seems to be better on the defensive side. It's about seeing whether they can be able to sort of grow the weaker part of their game.
Absolutely.
Today, Redondo showed that he can be able to play super effective defense, and it translated into a goal. So, like, maybe if there was no steal before the goal, then I wouldn't give it too much credit in terms of like overall performance. But he had not just the steal that led to the goal, but he had other times where he played physical, put himself in better positions. He wasn't irresponsible with the ball. And Redondo's been falling a little bit. So this game, I think, was pretty critical for him. I think it was a good game for him. And I do think that he's going to benefit off of this game.
Yeah, it's a good sign going into, close already to starting the games that count. It's a good sign to see him getting better. I mean, Messi, since game one, has looked in great shape, has looked fit, has looked well. But even him, progressively in this game, has looked better than he has all preseason. I mean, and not just because of the goal and the 2 assists, but it's just the movement. Like you see, what he feels. It feels like he's floating. He's not, the always walking thing. He's even jogging into position and all over. He's all over the place. So if it's not Messi, then the logical choice will be Ustari, because once again, he made some very important saves, some good time saves. He showed his experience because of his positioning. He came out and cut a couple balls, and he popped out. You could notice, you noticed him in that game. So he would get it also from me.
Well, and I want to mention something here, because Mike V is saying Redondo is so bad. Why we continue to praise this guy? Listen, Mike V, I've been pretty critical of Redondo. I've been Team Bright over Redondo this whole time. But I got to give him his flowers for this game when he deserves it. His defense was good and his offense was better. Go ahead, Danny.
No, I was just going to say, I got to go on daddy duty, Mike. My wife is outnumbered right now, so I got to go help her out. I want to say shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Xavier and Chris. Shout out to everybody. Great game. I'm sorry I can't stick around to the end of the show.
Oh yeah, happy for Father's Day. You're getting some good love, man.
But shout out to you guys. I'll see you guys on Monday night. And Xavier, thank you for jumping on. Chris,
always.
And I'll talk to you guys on Monday.
Dale, do it.
All right, later, brother.
That's what it's all about, man. Family first. That's what it's about.
Yes, absolutely, man. That's number one, guys. I'm going to go now. We're going to talk about our Que Pena Award. So the Que Pena Award goes to the player who plays the worst or played the worst. And it's hard because this was a really good game.
Today?
Right? I feel like we got a pretty good output from a lot of players. But if there was anybody that you would see and say, could have played better, who would that player be? I mean, we're already getting a lot of people. Frey, Easy, Allende. We're getting Suarez.
Suarez is like they say. It looked like he swallowed the 3 little pigs.
We got Frey, got cooked twice. Got to be Ruiz, played so little.
Frey, you gotta give him a little bit. All those injuries, and then they play him always at right back, and now he's playing at center back. And but he was a little bit of a sore at the beginning. But overall, let's see. We got to go back. I mean, it's not like Martinez played amazing either.
Martinez didn't play that great either.
It's not like he was amazing. Chelo did his
You know
thing.
what?
What's that?
I think that this is a good episode to not have a Que Pena award issued, because I feel like the issue here is Ian Frey got his first start at center back
in a long
time. David Martinez was just returning off of injury, and this was his first action. So those two players, I guess they could jointly get like Que Pena-ish awards, but you got to lend these guys a little bit of benefit of the doubt. Like, these guys are getting their first start this preseason, and then you're talking about Ian Frey, who's coming from a big injury. David Martinez también also coming from a big injury. So...
And they still had the clean sheet, And that's
Yes.
one of the main reasons was Ustari. That's why he got that. So Foot Mob says that.
Yeah, Foot Mob, according to Dennis, he says worst Foot Mob
we
scores.
nailed it. Like we nailed it. Those are the two guys. The two guys that
6'8"
off the
and
bat that we
6'9".
talked about.
And then Rubita is telling me what a nice guy, Chris. Ed Bart is saying que pena
Look, somebody
goes to
says
Drake.
Mike B gets the que pena. I think he does.
Yeah, Fabian Serediuk says que pena award goes to Mike V. Shout out to Mike V. Shout out to Fabian.
Yeah, he's a usual suspect on the show.
Yeah, listen, I appreciate this, Alejandro. I really appreciate this that I'm right. I'm usually not right. And Logic is saying our coach is doing it, Chris. Look, our coach, as far as I know, has been doing pretty well, decently. I mean, it's preseason, so he could just play everybody. So it is true what Danny says. We're not really going to have a good gauge of how this coach is until we start to get to regular season games.
And the other coaches are scheming and planning, and against our team also.
Yeah. And so look, Mr. Krabs says no que pena award this time. We'll cut the que pena award in half and we'll give it to the center back position. How about that?
But looking at the comments, Mike B's winning and he didn't even play.
Yeah, Mike V, que pena. Look at that, Alejandro.
He's getting votes. He's getting votes.
Yeah,
he's winning.
And then Dennis Lopez is saying que pena is definitely Solana.
He's the eternal que pena.
Yeah, and then Oko says earthquake gets que pena. Tremendo.
Yeah, what
earthquake.
a scare! No, what a scare! Thank goodness that everything was all right.
Yeah, man.
I mean, during the match, we don't know yet what else is happening because that's something that things can happen after, obviously. So hopefully, prayers up for that and everybody's safe.
Yeah. So no que pena awards going out today. We finish out our Americas tour, and we're coming back to Florida for the next game against Orlando. Let me see exactly.
That team gets the whole award. Que pena.
Yeah, no, that whole team is a tremendo que pena. And the pena is that the next game that we have is on the 14th of February, which is Valentine's Day. And February 14th is the game that we have against. It's at 7:30 in Tampa Bay.
Que pena.
Que pena. And Messi's not even going to be there. So whoever bought tickets for that,
you think you got Antonella? I mean, she's not gonna let him go play. She's got to go. They gotta go. Valentine's.
This is the W of all W's, Gus. Most important equals no injuries.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, other than that, I mean, Xavier, what are your final thoughts of the game?
I like the fact that we have a roster, a slew of players that you can depend on and put people in, plot in, take out. Obviously, you have the core, the starters, the ones that are going to be the big money ballers. But your role players, you have a lot of them, and you can, and at a good level. I'm solid with the defense. Again, another clean sheet. I'm good with Hustadi. We talked about Frey and Martinez as the low points, right? The center backs, the low points, and they still didn't score. And Olimpia, they look weak today, but that's traditionally one of the strongest teams in Honduras. And Honduras has, pretty good soccer. So I think it was a good match. And we're gonna see Orlando City, like somebody said there. Orlando City is not gonna give us all our respect, And Orlando City has signed good players. And Orlando City, it's a rivalry game, so that's gonna be a good thing before the main game starts. I just don't want any injuries there. So hopefully they do play the young guys.
One thing I want to mention here, and we gotta like cement this in our brain, Italia. I'm sorry. It's favorite moment of the match. This is our one world, one goal Italia moment. Favorite moment of the match. I'll tell you what was my favorite moment of the match. Towards the end of the game, the fans started taking out like some lights, luces, or something like that, where apparently in Honduras, it's like a staple to like turn them on, or, for like celebratory days or like big holidays or like finishing off something. And I thought that was very interesting. And it's a staple, I guess, in Honduras. If there's any Hondurans in here in the chat, if you guys could elaborate for me, because I'm not 100% sure, but at least that's what the broadcaster was explaining. Super, super cool. I thought it was very interesting, and it gives you a peek into, another country and sort of the way that they do things,
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love the fact when Messi comes out. I mean, only in one game we know that he got some stuff said to him. But when he comes out, the respect and the love, the admiration from the fans, the players, I know they're pros and but it's a once in a lifetime experience, because Messi might never ever go back and play Honduras. It could happen, maybe another tour, or who knows what, but more than likely, it might not happen again. And these guys will never, most likely, ever play with him again. So it's a great thing to feel. It's like, Pelé, Maradona.
Yeah.
You're there, you're playing, and you admire these legends. You see them, how important it is. If your passion and your love, it has been football, and you become a professional player, all the sacrifice, all the stuff you've gone through, and you see these guys, you're like, oh my God, these guys are like at a different level, and I'm here sharing the pitch. It's awesome. So to me, the moment is that when he's coming off, and the respect and love, that he gives back too, because he doesn't talk a lot, and they're always knocking him because he doesn't do interviews and all this other crap that they put at him. But what does he do? He gives the love to the fans, though, right? He gives the love to the fans, to the kids, everybody. So that moment, I always enjoy that, because I realize this guy is so.
It's humble. A really good human.
He's such a humble guy. He's such a humble guy, and it's such a great to see that in sports, to see that that type of leadership, that type of example, right, for other players. Because you're just some guy playing pro, and you think you're hot shit. When you have the GOAT being that way, that's the way it should be. Be humble. I mean, be arrogant when you're playing, but as a person,
be humble as a human.
And that's my moment. Like every time him coming out, and I just imagine, wow, what would it be like, if you're walking out of stadiums and people are just that love. You have to feel it, because you feel that vibe. It's an energy that you give off, right, and that you receive. Yes. So that's got to be awesome. So I always try to think of how the stadium is. Unfortunately, we're not there until Battered Herons starts making money, and they can start sending us all over the place.
Yeah, I wish.
I can't even get a shirt yet, so
it's in the mail. Scott Carey is saying the actual game, Chris. One of the cool moments that I liked was when Morales was able to avoid a tackle, was very skillful with the ball, and then gets knocked over and tries to get right back up to keep the ball in play. This is a teenager we're talking about, playing with the big boys.
So somebody put there, that's amazing. Like you were saying. So somebody put there in the actual game. Remember when I had mentioned, to me, it will call my attention for him, because I see something special in the kid, is the fact that he's pissed, and if he's a veteran, when Fafa didn't give him the ball, he showed himself. And he's got 3 guys behind him, and Fafa says, I'm not gonna give this kid, the 17-year-old little kid, this ball there, so he gets nailed. Now, he was pissed. He was like, and then he turned around, and the ball ended up going back to the defense, switching sides, and he showed again. And I don't remember if it was Bright or somebody gave him a deep ball. He stopped, he turned, and went forward. And that moment, it shows me the dog that he's gonna be, and that he is. We already saw with that penalty, against America, where he just ice cold comes in for 2 minutes and scores the penalty. So there's a lot of young, good players on this team, man. And people always talk, when Messi leaves, what's going to happen? There's going to be other stars coming. But you got a foundation here. There's a foundation.
Well, guys, I think that's going to wrap it up for tonight. It was a super awesome game to watch. And before we end, I want to guide you guys over to Xavier. Check out his X account at XG La Voz, and you can also check him out at Lemon City Live. Check out his articles. He writes really, really well. You guys have to check that out. Check out what he's doing over there, man. And listen, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much, Xavier, for coming in and
always
and helping out. And Dennis, we gasbagged for a little bit. I mean, we had to stick to the game. It was a lot to talk about. So many players came in. We saw so much from so many players. It was a great game to cover. This is honestly, it was a really good game to talk about. So and much appreciated. The dude Abides. I know you're mentioning, guys. Please take the time to click like, thumbs up. It helps out the video, helps out the channel. It really is much appreciated. For those of you that gave us, like and share. Tell all your friends that are Inter Miami fans, please. And for those of you that are on audio, thank you guys for listening. Put 5 stars. Put up a comment. Enjoy us on Spotify, Napster, iTunes, whatever it is. And for those of you in the chat, you guys are the effing best. The effing best. And for sure, the chat makes this amazing. And thank you guys for all the super slams. Much appreciated. We love you guys. You guys are literally one of the driving forces of this show. And without you guys, it wouldn't be as fun. 1000%. For Xavier, thank you for being on the show. And guys, catch us on Monday. We're going to be back on. And until the next one, have a good one.